Oh, I asked you your favourite lifts, whether it be your own lifts, your client lifts, or your People Eat Strength World lifts from last year, from 2020.
I've got to be honest with you. I'm not very good at keeping up with the socials, with the social medias. I don't keep up with the kids. So what I've done on most social media is, even if I'm following someone, I've muted virtually everyone. So if you was to log on to my Facebook or whatever, you will see nothing, like my news feed. So on my news feed, what I've got is, I'll show you. So this is my news feed. So there's the weekly check-in, which I posted. There's an advert. And then, I don't know if you can see, you are completely caught up. That's it. That's my news feed. Some advert for something. And then the weekly check-in. And that's it. Because I've unfollowed everyone from all the social media. And so what I do, if I want to use it, is I look for the people I want to have a look at. So if I'm like, right, what training has this person done, for example, I'll go to look for it. Don't like just looking at it, just scrolling and mindless. I just think, like, when you're on your deathbed, are you ever going to say, you know what, I wish I spent more time on my phone? Like, it's just, yeah. So I'm not very up to date with it. All the other stuff that I see is just what I get sent, or people, like, if you tag me in a video, then I'll see that, because then I get the notification. But in general, don't like to use it to look. I see it more as a tool for work rather than as a. Is some completely off topic, but I don't. So you've got work activities and you've got pleasure, work and pleasure. Separate the two. Where does Instagram fall for most people? Most people, not involved in marketing, it's pleasure, falls under that realm. Now, you've only got a certain amount of time and energy to spend on your pleasure each week. Maybe I shouldn't use that word. Sounds a bit seedy. Anyway, do you want to use that on Instagram or Facebook or whatever? Some people, yes, fine. And like, you could subcategorize it further, but I'm quite black and white. I like to have one yes, no. So for me, it's work. It's not for pleasure. So I use it for work, and for work, it doesn't involve me going on and just going, oh, look, there's someone's something, there's someone's selfie, there's someone's dog. Like, it brings no value. And for pleasure, it's the same thing. Like, I don't think, oh, you know what? I'm really glad that I saw that selfie of someone on a beach. Like, oh, that's made my day. I'm so happy now. With that said, do you know what I mean? Like, with that said, there have been times. So yesterday, Rachel and I were on Reddit, and we were looking at, am I the asshole? Have you ever seen them? So basically, someone asks a question, explains the situation, and it's, am I the asshole, or is something else? So we sat for an hour, 2 hours, reading these out to each other, talking about them, having a laugh. That was a good use of it. Like, that was fun. That's something that it was a good use of time. Sometimes you get sent a funny meme or whatever, but like, in general, it doesn't bring any joy. It doesn't. Here's a complete, like, I'm going way off topic here. I probably should stop talking, shouldn't I? But, I'm gonna keep going.
What's your favourite lift?
Because I've started, I'm going to keep going. So
we're on Reddit.
Something else we talked about is how short life is, and how the more you do the same thing, the shorter life gets. Now, it doesn't sound like a real thing, but hear me out. If every day you follow the same route to work, you do the same thing at work, and then you follow the same route home, your brain isn't smart enough to differentiate between those different days. If you're like, what did you do last Tuesday? Most people would not be able to tell you a rundown unless there was a thing, unless there was something different. So if last Tuesday on your way to work you saw a car crash, it's novel and it's different, and then it'll stand out as a memory in your brain. The more different memories you have, the longer time will span. Whereas if everything's the same, one work day is the same as 50 work days if they're the exact same. So using that concept to bring it back to training, actually, that's why with nutrition and stuff, you should just make it the same, because then you won't remember it. Like, then it doesn't matter. You're like, oh, I woke up with a six pack. How did that happen? I don't remember this. Whereas if every day, whereas if every day you was like trying to juggle different foods and stressing out and whatever, then you're going to remember it. It's more traumatic. But bringing that back to what I was talking about of like the social media and stuff, will you look back and be like, you know what, that day where I saw that picture of some model on some beach on Instagram, that was a good day? Probably not. Like, you probably don't remember that. But like for you, you remember that day, with that first day you took your son to the beach as a contrast. You probably do. Or a day you went for a walk and you fell in the lake, or I don't know, maybe I'm being an old man and being sentimental, but like it's almost like you can extend your life by doing more life and more different life. And I just think Instagram and Facebook are not the way to do that. And with that said, that is how we run the majority of our advertising. So people who aren't clients still use Facebook and Instagram. So you see our ads and you can be welcomed into our world. People that are our clients, just delete it, don't need it.
It's quite interesting because the one thing that sticks out, like you said, a lot of Instagram just merges into one. I couldn't tell you what I looked at yesterday. I couldn't tell you what I looked at the day before. The one thing that I do remember finding out on Instagram is when Dallas McCarver died.
Right.
And I don't know why that sticks in my mind, but I can remember, I don't know if it was because I was just watching a lot of his videos on YouTube at the time. But I can remember when Dallas McCarver died. I remember where I was laid in bed.
Right.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah, so there is something you remember, but did that make your life better finding that out through Instagram?
No, it made it worse. It ruined my day.
There you go. But here's another thing as well. Like, do you know, with the news? So we don't watch TV, live TV. We don't have a TV license.
I'm exactly the same. Exactly the same.
But now news is becoming more social media-fied, and some social media is becoming more newsified. So the lines between the two are getting more and more blurred. And it's like all this stuff, well, all the COVID stuff and the different announcements, it's PM expected to announce this. And then you got 20 different articles with different people's interpretations of what they think it's going to be. Is no better than Karen on Instagram writing what she thinks is going to happen next week until there's an actual substantial thing. And so like the line, but so it used to be like BBC News is the impartial, the good news. That's where you go. Whereas now there's just as much clickbait and that sort of stuff on there as there is on your Instagram. And the companies are fantastic. They're really, really, really good at what they're trying to do, which is to get you to use their platform more. And they're really, really good for people who want an escape from reality, I guess. Yeah, we've gone way off topic here.
So I can get an answer.
So what is
out of your list? We'll narrow it down to you because you know what you've done. What's your favourite lift of 2020?
Oh.
We should do just again a little bit off topic with that little rant that you've gone on there. I can absolutely see you retiring off grid somewhere in like a little shed in woods.
I would love that.
Yeah, so you've got the beard. We'll do shots with the doctor. Get you a couple of tequilas and sambucas in, and then just have you rant about Facebook and Google.
I mean, I don't drink, and even if you don't need the drinking, just ask me about something. Yeah. Favorite lifts that I've done. To be honest, I haven't really done much good lifting. I tell you
You're going to
something.
say something like an handstand walk PB over a block or
You know
something.
what? I was just thinking that's something that I'm quite proud of. Two different things. One, I did a set. It was either 5 or 6 strict ring muscle ups. I was quite pleased with that because I started the year not being able to do any, and given all the stuff that's gone on with my shoulder, pretty pleased with that. And then the other one, the handstand walk over the obstacle with the parallel bars in between. That one. So it took me a long time. So I've been able to walk on my hands as long as I can remember. I guess because I did judo growing up, but it took me a long time to go from walking on my hands to over just a small box. But then once I got over the box, getting over the obstacle was a matter of weeks. So that was quite good to do. What else did I do? I don't know. Snatch 90, clean and jerk 110. I think the most I pulled was only about 210 this year.
You haven't really done a lot of deadlifting or power movements this year, though, have you, to be fair?
No, my fitness improved massively over the last year. Like using the assault bike time trial, I nearly doubled my score, which the difficulty goes up exponentially. So it wasn't just double. So to get double, it was about 8 times the power output. So like that was a big improvement.
I saw a video where you're curling some 15s. You know, that must have felt pretty good.
15, that sounds quite heavy.
I think maybe 12s, 10s, I can't remember.
I don't know. So yeah, nothing impressive this year. I started work as a doctor again and then quit again. So that was pretty good. Enjoyed doing that.
That's yeah, to be fair, that's probably another hour and a half conversation for another time. But yeah.
Yeah. We'll see. Maybe we should make another separate podcast. I know there's at least 2 people that have been asking us to do this, so we could do that.
Oh yeah, I mean the people are crying out for it.
Yeah. Right. Let's stop there. It's been like an hour now, and I'm sure I'll speak to you later on today and speak to anyone. No one else has even come on this call. This is just mine and your chat every week, isn't it?
Yeah, you can just educate me about rest periods and diets and things like that, and then we can have 20 minutes where I trigger you on Instagram or something like that, and then
good.
Talk about your AFC handstand world record, and that's that.
Oh, it's something else as well, actually. I handstand walked, I think it was about 100 feet.
Is that one that you did in car park?
Yeah. That was all right.
Yeah, but you did say you felt like a failure after it.
I successfully gained nearly 10 kilos in 6 weeks as well.
Yeah. Do you know what? As far as goal setting and achieving, yeah, you've got to tick that box.
Yeah. And down 4 kilos in this first week just because of water weight and food and eating like a human again.
Not having a dessert with every meal.
Yeah. So what I did was I literally just took every meal and then had dessert. So like breakfast, bacon, eggs, porridge, banana, apple, whatever. Then sticky toffee pudding with custard and ice cream, and then some Haribos. And then next meal, I don't know, chicken fajitas or whatever. And then some brownies, some ice cream. And then, it's just like every meal dessert. Yeah.
I think that's one of the things I'm most proud of, to be fair, this year. My weight gain is probably
drinking.
What I have. The what?
You stop drinking, that's a huge thing.
Yeah, but we need some more consistency around that. If I can get to, it's a huge thing for me, which, like you said, that could be one for a podcast or something like that. I have a long and very sordid history with alcohol.
I'll call him
yeah.
We won't talk about that now.
No, we'll not talk about that now.
Right. Time to go. It was good to speak to you.
Au revoir. Enjoy the rest of your day.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.